is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're gonna be doing a Willie Cauley-Stein Mavericks rebuild. So I actually originally recorded a Orlando Magic rebuild, but then when I was on my way home from the gym, I saw a couple tweets from Shams and Woj, and it looks like the Mavericks have made a couple trades today. And the only reason I'm really doing this is because, you know, it's kind of a significant player. Willie Cauley-Stein is no bum or anything. He's not great by any means, but he's not, you know, I don't think he's a bum. And he's a 79 overall in 2K, so I was like, you know, let's do it. You know, why not? Why not? Since it's a fresh trade and I needed something anyway. Like, I needed more trades. The Mavericks made 2 today, by the way, but they actually made a few transactions today. But before we get in this video, make sure to leave a like if you enjoy it. And today, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to make this a realistic rebuild. I haven't done realistic style in quite some time, so I'm excited to do realistic today. And my goal, since he is in the title, is to win a championship with Willie Cauley-Stein as my starting center. Don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try. So this is the 2 trades that the Mavericks did today. Ignore the James Nunley. I just had to sign him because it wouldn't let me make the trade go through without doing it, and I didn't want to trade someone the Mavericks already had. So ignore the James Nunley. He's just kind of irrelevant in this trade. But basically, the first trade that the Mavericks made is they traded Isaiah Roby for Justin Patton. So and then they waived Justin Patton. So yeah, I mean, the man's been traded like 4 times now. Hopefully he finds a new team. I'm sure somebody would be willing to take him on. I mean, he's still young, I feel like. And then ignore the James Nunley part, like I said. And then basically the trade was Willie Cauley-Stein for a 2nd round pick. So the Mavericks obviously do this because Dwight Powell is injured right now, so it makes sense for them to do it. And then the Warriors, obviously Willie Cauley-Stein is not a part of their long-term plan, so makes sense to get, you know, just a little something for him, a 2nd round pick. You know, Willie Cauley-Stein ain't worth a 1st or anything, so I can definitely see why they did this trade. But let's go ahead and fix this rotation up now and see how it looks now. So Willie Cauley-Stein immediately starts in that center spot, of course, because we kind of needed him to. And then Luka has really been playing point guard this year, and then Jalen Brunson, you know, his minutes are kind of inconsistent, and then Tim Hardaway is starting, of course. So Luka is playing point guard, and then I don't know what they're going to do with the starting 5 now, but I assume they brought Willie Cauley-Stein over to start, and then this is basically the bench they're running with. And yeah, so that's basically what I'm going to run with. Dwight Powell being out kind of hurt this team quite a bit, but Willie Cauley-Stein's not a bad, you know, backup plan. You know, he's not bad. He's not a terrible player. He's yet to find a home, so I'm excited for him. But we'll go ahead and see how this team does in this first season. And hopefully with Willie Cauley-Stein here, he can make somewhat of an impact. At the end of the season, LeBron James is your MVP, when really it should be this guy. There we go. No. Who knows if Luka's actually going to win it this year? Obviously, the guy's been just balling out. But you never know, man. It may be too early. I like him to win MVP if, you know, if they don't want to go with Giannis or James Harden, but we'll have to see how that goes. But he does make the All-NBA 2nd team. And then other than that, that's probably all we really had. We are the 4th seed in the West, so Luka Doncic is a once-in-a-lifetime talent. So it's very awesome that the Mavericks were able to get him via trade from the Hawks. Willie Cauley-Stein had 11, 7, and about a block a game. It's not terrible. Not, you know, not great, but not terrible. So, yeah, definitely am looking to keep him if I can. I think he does have a player option, which he most likely will decline. But if this is going to be a realistic style, I got to make sure I have the salary to re-sign him because, like I said, he's going to be in the video for this whole time. So we'll have to see what we can do there. And we'll have to do as realistically as possible. As we're up, or we even it up with the Nuggets, which is good. Can we go up 3-2? We do. Can we make it to the 2nd round? No, we get eliminated in 7 by the Denver Nuggets, who do have a little bit more playoff experience. So maybe that is something that would actually happen. Although the Nuggets, I think, are like the 3rd seed right now, if I'm not mistaken. 2nd or 3rd seed, I can't remember. I think they're the 2nd, actually, now I think about it. But I could be wrong. I could also just check. My phone's right in front of me, but not gonna. So yeah. All right, now we got the Celtics up on the Clippers. Are they gonna blow a 3-0 lead? They do. Boston, you were so close to another championship, but you let the Clippers come back. Oh my gosh, that sucks. Okay, but we have a whole nother offseason here to see what we can do with this team. Obviously, like I said, I'll say it again, it's realistic style. So if you don't agree with some of the moves I make, you don't think it's realistic, let me know. That's fine, but we gotta agree to disagree sometimes, because realistic is objective, you know, because it's gonna be more opinionated. It just is. It's the way it is. Every time I do something, someone's gonna comment, that's not realistic at all, which is, you know, I kind of expect a comment like that. So yeah, not worried about that, but I'm gonna keep the staff the same. and we're going to keep Rick Carlisle because obviously, realistically, the Mavericks are not going to fire him after a season like this. But we do have the 23rd overall pick, which is the Mavericks could decide to trade this pick, or they could decide to draft somebody. I'm going to lean towards drafting somebody because this team is still relatively young, but we'll have to see when we get with number 23. So number 23, we're on the clock. We have Isaiah Stewart, the guys, Daniel Arturu. Don't even know who that is. Reggie Perry, Isaiah Joe. You know what? Josh Green. I've heard of him before. Cassie Stanley. I'm gonna take a gamble on this guy. Don't even know if he's good or not. But if he's not, it's fine. Not a big deal. Let's see. We were number 23, and he is a 73 overall. So, not terrible. I know. I could have gone with this guy instead. He'll probably spend some time in the G League or something. We'll see. Or, we'll just develop him behind Willie Cauley-Stein. You never know. Willie Cauley-Stein obviously accepts or declines. Then Tim Hardaway accepts his contract. Tim Hardaway is going to be a hard contract to get out of. He's making $19 million for somebody that, isn't really somebody that deserves that kind of money, if you ask me. But as far as free agency is concerned, Courtney Lee's obviously contract is definitely horrending everything we can do. JJ Barea, I actually do want to re-sign him if I can, because I think the Mavericks would love to get him back, because obviously he's a lifelong Maverick. He's been with some other teams, I think, but he's been with the Mavericks for a long time now. Boban, Dwight Powell. So when Dwight Powell comes back, obviously that'll be, maybe they won't even need Willie Cauley-Stein, but like I said, since he's the title of the video, I will get him back. And obviously, I have to see how much he really is. Hopefully, we can afford him, because if not, this sucks. Because then, I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's see how much money he even wants. He wants, where are you? He wants 13 mil. Ooh, that's a little much, don't you think, Willie Cauley-Stein? But I got to find a way to resign you. I got to find a way. So, let's see what we can do. We have Tim Hardaway's contract, which is obviously a contract we could easily get rid of. I have found the most realistic trade I could possibly think of, and this is Tim Hardaway going to the Pistons for Tony Snell. So basically, this is just expiring contracts extracted from each other, traded for each other. That makes more sense to say. I think they should take this. They will. Okay, so we got rid of Tim Hardaway. That frees up money for us. That gives us about $5 million. So now we might still need to free up a little bit more, but that's gonna almost give us a little bit more money to re-sign Willie Cauley-Stein. We need about $4 million freed up, which is something we should easily be able to do. We really don't need DeLon Wright anymore, if I'm being honest with you. We could trade Finney Smith or Justin Jackson. Justin Jackson, I think I actually will trade. He's not really somebody that I feel like is gonna get I almost like this trade a lot instead of the first round pick, but I can't take the salary back. Magruder, I need $4 million freed up. We give them a first round pick. They give us Bruno Caboclo. We give them Justin Jackson. It's kind of just young players exchange for each other. Caleb Martin and the Hornets give us a first round pick. Any of these actually I like. I like the idea of Caleb Martin, but I'm not going to do this. So basically, we're dumping Justin Jackson, and we get a decent young player in Caleb Martin. So yeah, this frees up a little bit of money, so we're going to do that. And just like that, we should be able to sign Willie Cauley-Stein. That was way too much. That was way too much moves to sign Willie Cauley-Stein. That was really stupid. So you shouldn't be asking for that much money if you ask me, but whatever. We got you now. So now that we're done stressing over that, what do we actually need? So Seth Curry is potentially going to be the starting shooting guard right now if we don't change something. So we could move Jalen Brunson to shooting guard, which, is he a good defender? He's a C. Luka. I mean, yeah, I can roll with it. Jalen Brunson is actually pretty good in this simulation, so that's pretty good. Our guards are fine. Our small forward could use some work. We got Tony Snell, who could be decent, I guess, and then obviously we'll get Dwight Powell. So yeah, we're going to need a small forward. Let's see what small forwards we could get. Alec Burks has actually had a very good year on the Golden State Warriors thus far, obviously. He's been given a lot of freedom. Joe Harris, actually strikes me as a good acquisition. Alec Burks, I wouldn't mind, but I don't think I could afford him. So I will go with Joe Harris if I can get him, but I don't know after I send Willie Cauley-Stein, can I get him? And I can. So Joe Harris actually is an upgrade from Finney Smith, I think. So although Finney Smith does play a little bit better defense, but it's still depth at the small forward spot. So that is going to be our moves of the offseason. Nothing spectacular. That took way too much stress just to re-sign Willie Cauley-Stein, but now that he's under contract, obviously there's still moves we can make, which we still probably will throughout the video. Maybe at the trade deadline next year, we'll do something different. We'll bring in some other players. We'll have to see how this goes, but I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the end of the second season, and we're going to see how this Mavericks team does now that we have a full season under our belts with this team. At the end of the second season, Giannis Antetokounmpo is your back-to-back, triple back-to-back MVP. He's three-peated. Hat trick, whatever you want to call it. Giannis has been MVP the last 3 years, so good for him, I guess. Rookie of the year, Cole Anthony. DeMarcus Cousins is your 6th man of the year on the Trailblazers. Kawhi Leonard's defensive player on the Clippers. And most improved goes to Kristaps Porzingis, who averaged 26 points and 9.5 rebounds. So yeah, that's the Porzingis Dallas fans want to see. And I think eventually, once he gets more comfortable, although it's almost been half a season now, and he hasn't really I don't think he's made that much of an impact there, but obviously he's gonna get there soon. Luka Doncic is on the All-NBA first team, and then does Kristaps? Yes, he does, on the All-NBA third team. Very awesome. All defensive first team and all defensive second team, and here's your all rookie first team and all rookie second team. So we went 50 and 32 again, which is good enough for the 4th seed in the West. And guess what? We get to play the Los Angeles Lakers, which isn't fun. So this is our rotation right now. I decided to move Luka back to shooting guard, and he's a 99 overall, which is insane. Jalen Brunson, 81 overall, very good starting point guard. I actually kind of want to keep him as a starting point guard throughout the video if I can. Small forward needs some work. Porzingis, and obviously Willie Cauley-Stein is the title of the video, so I'm going to try to keep him around. And this was our bench. So yeah, it did all right. Dwight Powell actually wasn't even getting any minutes, which in real life I think he would, but I guess for now we have some decent players come off the bench. Our proficiency was 3.5 at balance with Rick Carlisle, obviously still being the head coach. And then last, but certainly not least, the player stats looked like this. So Porzingis had 26, Luka had 20 and 11 next to him, and then Jalen Brunson had 14, which isn't bad actually. Willie Cauley-Stein with 13 and 7, which still isn't bad if you ask me. Seth Curry with 11.5, DeLon Wright with 10, Maxi Kleber, and yeah, so that rounds that up. All right, we have to play the Lakers in the first round. Do they have Anthony Davis? They do. So this is going to be a tough matchup still, but let's see if our big two can beat their big two. As we're up 1-0 on them, we're up 2-1 on them. Can we make it to the second round? We're up 3-1 on the Lakers, which is pretty impressive, and we beat them in 5 games. We do unfortunately draw the Clippers, which isn't going to be fun, but we'll try to see if we can compete against them. They're up 1-0 to start this series. We do even it up. They're up 2-1, 3-1, and we're probably going to get eliminated here in 5 games. Yep, it's the Clippers. I'm not shocked. So we have one more offseason to go, and I really got to dig deep to see what I want to do with this team. The small forward spot needs some work. It really does. So I'm going to try to find a small forward that we can, or we could just, technically we could move Luka there too if we really wanted to and go for a point guard. But I'm going to look for, a point guard or a small forward first, but we'll have to see how that goes. But as far as the draft lottery is concerned, we have no picks. Obviously, I think our pick goes to the Knicks this year, I believe. And if I'm correct, yes, it's with the Knicks, which is the 25th pick overall, which isn't great. So I'm going to keep Rick Carlisle. I will fire the assistant and go with Trent Peterson because I bet most of us don't even know who the Dallas Mavericks assistant is. I certainly don't, so that's fine. For the draft, we have no picks, which I thought. I did send Oturo to the G League, and I also sent Caleb Martin to the G League because I did get him in a trade. So rookie signing, basically nothing, so I'm skipping over the draft. I took Osman Garuba in the second round. I will sign him because that's what teams do. And I will sign Caleb Martin back, who went up, 4 overall, which is nice. Luka and Jalen Brunson will bring back qualifying offers. Ryan Broekhoff is a free agent. Probably won't worry about you, my friend. But as far as moratorium day, free agency is concerned, we're negative $24 million under the cap. And we have Tony Snell's big contract. So Boban, I won't be back. So actually, we do have $965K to spend. So we could make a trade, which is something we definitely want to do. We have Jalen Brunson and DeLon Wright. So we basically have a couple options how we want to do this. Joe Harris. We have Porzingis, obviously. I'm going to basically, the 2 positions I feel we're going to upgrade is either small forward or point guard. Well, and if we upgrade the point guard spot, we'll slide everybody down 1 spot. Luka will go to small forward. Jalen Brunson play shooting guard, I guess. And yeah, but we'll have to see what's out there. So as far as team intel is concerned, we are buying, which makes sense. Let's see what we could afford. We could afford Doug McDermott. Okay, that does not change anything. I'm not doing that. All right, so let's go back to team intel like I wanted to. So we're buying. The Nets are buying. Will Barton actually wouldn't be a terrible piece to bring in, honestly. Wouldn't be bad. He probably wouldn't be that expensive. The Pacers are contending, and TJ Warren, also another small forward I like on the market. Obviously, I can't shoot for the Stars. John Wall's on the Pelicans, which makes 0 sense at all. I don't know why that would ever happen. Blake Griffin, definitely not going that route. Let's see what else we can do. So I saw a couple small forwards. DeRozan cannot space the floor. Michael Bridges, Michael, however, Macau, it's Macau. something like that. Shea, Wiggins, Gallinari, honestly, wouldn't be a terrible option. We could get him. He would fit here. Covington's another one. So we do have some small forward options out there. It's just a matter of how expensive these small forwards are going to be. So Gallinari is Marcus Morris Sr. as well. But the one thing I don't like about Marcus Morris Sr. is it seems like the guy needs the ball in his hands a lot. And, teams are not wanting to give him the ball a ton, I feel like. So let's see what small forwards we could get. So let's just say, for instance, let's just go in order for the teams I saw. So I think the first one I saw, if I can remember correctly, was like not the Hornets, but I know the Jazz. No, not the Jazz. The Pacers. Let's go to the Pacers for TJ Warren. Let's just see how much it would cost to get a guy like TJ Warren, because he would be at no offers. Okay, so we can't even get TJ Warren even if we want. I'm sure we could, but I don't want to offer too much if I don't have to. So let's keep looking. Pistons didn't really have anything. Norman Powell, if we really wanted to get a, probably not going to go that route. Let's keep looking. Who was the other small forward? Mikal Bridges, Shea. Oh, I was like, why is Shea in the Blazers, but McCollum is just here? Okay, Gallinari was the other one I was looking at. Let's see. Porzingis and a first-round pick, and they'd give me McCollum. Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that. That is definitely not something that would happen. What about Covington? As much as I don't really want Covington in this video. Okay, they're asking for Porzingis. These guys are kind of insane. Who is it? I feel like I'm missing one more small forward I was talking about. But let's go to the proposed trade. And I'm going to shoot for Danilo Gallinari, I think. I think he would just be another nice presence to have here. So let's see if we can get Danilo Gallinari from the Thunder. I have no idea what's going to cost. The Thunder obviously need young pieces, although in 2K it wouldn't look that way because they have guys like CJ McCollum there. DeLon Wright, Seth Curry. We can offer like this guy who's probably not going to get any minutes anyway. And that's a young center. So we're going to go ahead and offer that. And we'll also offer... Who could I lose? I could definitely lose DeLon Wright. So how about this for Gallinari? They're not doing it for that. How about... Although I'm not in the market of trading first, we just did, and we got Danilo Gallinari. So that is going to be our, and we're going to move Gallinari to small forward, of course. So that is going to be our acquisition. So now we don't even have to slide everybody down, which is good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we're good, honestly. We also have Finney Smith, who could get minutes over Joe Harris if we really wanted to go that route. We could probably trade for a backup point guard just to, do one more move. I'm gonna go with Joe Harris. Let's trade Joe Harris and let's find a backup point guard. Tyus Jones, Lonzo Trier, Rodney Hood, Nerlens Noel. Nerlens Noel was on the Thunder at one point, or on the Mavericks, I should say, and it didn't really work out. I guess Tyus Jones wouldn't be terrible. I don't know, is it worth it though? I don't know if it is. We'll probably just stick with what we got. So I think I'll stick with that. Unless there's a point guard I could afford on the market, could always look that route. McConnell, wouldn't be bad to have a backup point guard. Trey Burke, let's get TJ McConnell, always a decent, player off the bench. So I'll grab him just for depth. You can never have too much depth. You never know when injury bug's gonna hit. It's hitting my Blazers very hard this season. So yeah, depth is very important because for a while there, the Blazers basically don't have a player over like 6'9" on the roster or something like that, which is kind of bad for basketball because you need players that are kind of tall, if you ask me. But we're going to get over free agency. We're going to go into the rotation that we can all look together. I lost my train of thought for a second. So let's see if we get anybody. Ryan Brokoff is always crawling his way back on my team. But this is going to be the roster going into season number 3. This should be interesting. Hopefully upgrade with Danilo Gallinari will be nice, and he could fit here nicely. I think he will, because obviously he can shoot. He can also create a little bit. I don't know about his ball handling. He might be a decent little ball, not ball handler, but can he create for others? That's basically what I was trying to say. And then we're going to auto-generate these rookies. We're doing 3 seasons, and let's look at how many potentials we have. So we have a lot of players in the A- range. Let's get Porzingis up to an A+. Let's get Brunson up there as well, who's already at his potential, it looks like. And Willie Cauley-Stein's at a B+, so why not? We'll go ahead and throw him 1 to get him up to an A. So let's look at this rotation together. Should be an interesting, although my only goal is to at least make the playoffs. So Jalen Brunson, Luka, Gallinari, Kristaps, Willie Cauley-Stein, Maxi Kleber, Seth Curry, TJ McConnell, and Joe Harris. And Dwight Powell is still not getting any minutes, which is interesting. Although I think they probably would play him in real life. We have a 3.5 star at balance. Can we go up anywhere? We cannot. Well, we're going to have to stay at 3.5. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the end of this third season. And hopefully this is the season where, you know, maybe at least make it to the Western Conference Finals. At the end of the season, Luka Doncic wins MVP, averaging a triple-double with 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. Let's go. Okay. 54% from the field and 87% from free throw and 37% from three. Cade Cunningham is your rookie of the year on the Utah Jazz. Him and Donovan Mitchell could be nasty things. Nico Mannion with Trae Young over there, 6th man of the year. Defensive player goes to Anthony Davis, and he also wins most improved. And Rick Carlisle is your coach of the year. Let's go. So All-NBA first team goes to Mr. Luka Doncic, of course. All-NBA second team, do we have Kristaps making it again? He does make the All-NBA third team, which is good. Let's go ahead and see what the player stats are looking like real quickly. We had 22 from Kristaps, 21 from Luka, and then 14 from Jalen Brunson, 13 from Seth Curry, and Gallinari only had about 13 himself. So I thought he would do a little bit more, but that's all right. So Gallinari did shoot at least 43% from three on 4 game, which is good. We definitely want that. But let's go ahead and see if we can beat the San Antonio Spurs in the first round. Like I said, my goal was to make it to the Western Conference Finals at the very least. Hopefully we can do that, as we're up 2-0 on the Spurs. We're up 3-0. And can we beat them in 4? We do. We do have to play the Clippers. Did they keep... okay, why are the Jazz so good? And the Lakers aren't even in the playoffs. Wow. Okay, what do the Clippers have? Please tell me they lost one of Paul George or Kawhi. Please, please. They have both. Okay, so this is going to be a tough matchup again. They are the 3rd seed. What do the Jazz have? That obviously they took Cade Cunningham. Did they keep Donovan Mitchell with them? Because if they did, that makes sense why they're so good. And yes, Donovan Mitchell, Cade Cunningham, and Mark Hill. Wow, this is kind of a weird team. They got Alec Burks back, I guess. Let's go ahead and hope and pray we can beat the Clippers in the first round. They're up 1-0. We do even it up. Can we go up? Nope, they're up 2-1. We even it up again. We're up 3-2. Please, nope, we're down 3-2. Please don't lose to the Clippers again. Please get it done. Let's hope we can get this. If we win this one, I think we have 44 points in the first quarter. Please don't blow this. Please don't blow this. Okay, 113-98. We're actually going at home in a game 7 on our home floor. We got to take care of business. There's no way we can lose to this team. Please take care of business. Looking good thus far. Looking good thus far. Let's go. We beat the Clippers. So like I said, I wanted to make it to the Western Conference Finals, and we did. And we get to face the 5th-seeded Golden State Warriors. Let's see what the Warriors are looking like now. They probably have like D'Lo and all that. Yeah, they basically... They took James Wiseman. Ooh, wow. They don't have Draymond anymore. It doesn't look like it anyway. Unless he's like down in overall. Nope. Okay, they don't have him. They do have James Wiseman. Clay. Okay, this is still a scary team. And they have Eric Paschall, who's been very good in real life. So hopefully we can still beat them. They're up 1-0 on us, 2-0. Are we going to lose, really? We made it to the Western Conference Finals just to get swept by the Golden State Warriors. That sucks. All right. Let's go ahead and simulate current round. Let's see who wins the championship. Can the Knicks win the championship in this video? And they did. Wow. Cole Anthony, 30 points per game. Oh my gosh, I gotta draft this guy more. Holy wow, I'm flabbergasted. Anyways, guys, that's gonna end it here. At least we made it to the Western Conference Finals, doing this in the most realistic way I thought possible. Thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. But this is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.